Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to you all in another session of AI/ML. We will start today with the data wrangling techniques. What is actually data wrangling? What are the steps in data wrangling? What are the different basic steps for data cleaning that we need to see? So we will be just taking a look today in this session one by one. Okay. So let's just go ahead. Before that, let me just share my screen first. Okay. So hopefully my screen is visible to you. So we will start from here. So let's just zoom it a bit. Okay. So hopefully this is visible to you. So we'll first discuss about data wrangling. So what is exactly data wrangling, right? If I need to ask or if I need to just have an idea about data wrangling, so data wrangling actually means cleaning, fixing, and organizing the basic data that we have so that we can use it easily for further further analysis or model building of our model building basically. Okay, so that is data wrangling. Okay, so you can imagine, suppose you have came from any of your university and you have a bag that you have carried. So your bag contains books, the papers, the lunch box, pencil, pens, all of this. Maybe you carry your laptop, all of this, right? So before studying, what you do, you clean and arrange all of this to your desk, then you start studying, right? So if that is not arranged in an order, then you will not find those items or those essential things in one place, right? So that is basically data wrangling. So let's take a simple follow-up. So we have this fruit shop, okay? So where the fruits that are get sale, that is apple, banana, and mango. Okay, and the quantity we are having along with the price. So the problem here is some prices are missing, some numbers or the qualities are missing, the quantities basically that are missing, the prices are missing. Some fruits are written in different way. Like here you can see that apple and this apple we have got. Now we have the numbers written in words like five, this five, like this, right? So we have some of the wrong data types, all of this, right? So why we need to just see it accordingly and need to fix it before we go for any analysis, right? Now, suppose based on that, like why do we need this data wrangling? Because my computer will get confused. Also, like if I need to calculate it, right? So I'll get confused with the data that I am having. Suppose if I want to calculate, it's 10 plus 5, 15. 15, then I need to calculate 3, 16, 17, 18 we have got, 18, and again we have got 7. Okay, so accordingly, if I need to calculate it, I'll be calculating it, but it has got 5 that is written in like not in numerical way, but the alphabetical, like a sentence wise it is written. But I can understand this. I need to calculate 10 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7, right? But my computer won't be understanding, right? So it will be only doing 10 plus 3, that is 10 plus 10, that is 20, right? But actually my result would be 25, right? We will be getting 10 plus 5, that is 15, 15 plus 3, that is 18, 18 plus 7 we are getting, that is 25 altogether, right? So that needs to be taken accordingly. So that we need to understand. And it also help in decision making, better decision making. If my data, the I'll do the processing over this data and do the rest of the part in this messy data only, I'll get incorrect answer. My answers won't be getting correct, right? So data wrangling basically contains 6 major steps. So we'll understand those. First is data collection. Next, coming down, we have to understand the data. Next, we have to clean the data. Next, we have to fix the wrong data. Next, we have to organize the data accordingly. And next, we need to prepare the data for use. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Now, data collection. First stage is data collection, that is getting the data. So it means collecting the information, like suppose the marks of the student, the fruit shop sales that we have taken. So this is the data that needs to be corrected, right? Needs to be collected accordingly. So now we have next step is understanding the data. So we need to understand the data. Now we need to look at the data and ask some of the questions. What are the columns? What does each of the column mean? Is something is missing or not? Is something is strange in my data? That we need to figure out. Okay. Now, in our fruit data, if you can see, that is, we have three column names, that is fruit, quantity, and price. Fruit actually tells us what is the name of the fruit. Quantity tells us how many quantity of this fruit has been sold, and price actually tell us the cost of the fruit. Okay. Now here, the problems that we have noticed that we have the blank price and quantity columns. Next, we have five written instead of this like sentence wise five, word five is written instead of numerical five. Next, we have this apple and apple. This is the same thing but written differently, right? But my system won't be understanding it, right? So it will take apple, capital apple with capital A and apple with small a differently. So it will consider it as a different fruit. Okay. Next is cleaning the data. We need to clean the data. So we need to remove the missing value, right? So here you can see that this value, the price is not there. So we need to like remove it. We need to just fix it accordingly. So let's just copy it down so that when we will be doing the changes, it is easily visible. We can copy, like we can just take it accordingly. We need to remove this empty boxes, this and this, right? So there are various options of doing that, right? So we can fill the missing value with any of the random price, right? But random price we can't take, right? So there is of course a thing that needs to be taken. So if here we can see that we have another name that is apple. Here the price is going around 10, right? So we'll just try to just take it like that. We can remove the row altogether because the price is not here, and also we can replace it with the average value of all of it. Okay, so for here, if this apple price is usually 10, we'll just fill it with 10 only, because here we have got the same apple, the price is given as 10, so we can just fill it with 10. Okay. Now fixing the wrong values. So fixing the wrong values, like we have banana, that is 5, that has to be replaced. This 5 has to be replaced with a numerical 5. So this is called data correction. So we need to do it. So we will be just removing it and will include 5. And here we will be including 10 because usually it is taking, we can see that Apple is taking 10. So we'll just take it 10 only, like that. Now coming down with removing the duplicates. So we have got this apple and this apple, both are same. So we need to convert all to the same format. So like this apple needs to be converted into this, because the others, if we are seeing that for banana we are getting this B capital, for mango we are getting M capital. So we'll just replace it with capital A. Okay. So we will do this. So this is actually called the standardization that we have done here. So we have removed the duplicates basically, like remove the duplicates in not that case, like exact duplicate means here this is duplicate, but in that case not exact duplicate. Exact duplicate means this apple with the quantity and the price should be same. Here the quantity is different, so we can just consider, we can just standardize it and just change the name. So it will work accordingly. Okay. Next, we need to fix the data type, right? So fix the data type, like what kind of data it is. So here we only need to have the numerical data. We can't have the textual data. So we need to take it accordingly. Also in price, we have to take everything to be numerical data, not any of the categorical data or any of the the textual data basically. So it is giving text. So we need to replace it again with 5. The same thing. Now here, this is the exact thing that we need to do. Okay. So we need to fix the data type accordingly. So apple, banana, this all are textual data type. That is text data type. This all are numbers data type. We need to check if that is giving us numbers or not. So here from here we'll go down to numbers and we'll just remove it accordingly. So we'll take it to numbers. Now when we are going it, you can get it as number. Like it is doing in Excel basically. So while we will be doing down in case of Python, we need to check it accordingly, that we need to take the data types accordingly. We need to take that for each of the category or each of the column, if it is price, then we have to get the numerical data only, not the textual data or categorical data. Okay, so that we need to figure it out. Next, after this, we need to organize the data. We need to sort the fruit quantity, right? So we can sort it out like this. We can just go here, sort it out to large and small. So we'll just sort it out like this. Okay. For mango also, we are getting a value that is empty. So we don't have any option of filling it with mango, right? So for that case, we will be just using the quantity to be the mean of it. So we will be using the mean operation here. So, or we can take the average basically. Here we are taking average and we'll just take from here to here and we'll do it. So here we don't need the like the decimal places. So we'll just decrease the decimal, so we get the value accordingly. So this is like this I have shown in Excel, but this we need to perform in case of Python to get it accordingly. So that we will be also seeing, but first we need to understand the steps that we need to follow. Okay. Now we need to check for the renaming of the columns. Here you can get that it is fruit, quantity, price. That looks good. But there is bad name and good name as well. So if the quantity we are having, suppose QTY, right? But then in that case, just need to replace it the full name because that is the good practice of doing it and that is the good name. And if the price we are having about PR like that, right? So that is PR only. So we are getting PR only, right? So that is not understandable in the greater in the extended version of it. So we just need to change it with the accurate name like price. Okay. So if we have any of the unwanted columns, then we can just remove that. And finally, we will be getting this data. So this is my clean data. So this is my clean data. Okay. So this is all of about the data wrangling, that is cleaning the data, correcting the data, organizing the data. So you can see from here, I have started from the data from here and now after cleaning my data is like this. Okay. So this is all about the data wrangling. So if I perform any of the task over this data, it won't be taking accordingly. Like I won't be getting the exact value or exact result accordingly. So for that case, I need to take it and do the cleaning process here accordingly so that it can be taken in a correct format. And now if I do any of the proper testing or any of the like the model we are going ahead and preparing, or if I am doing normal EDA also, I'll get the data accordingly. So now suppose I want to see the data, like I want to visualize the data accordingly. So let's just go here. Okay, let's take it from fruits to quantity. I'll go down to insert. I'll go down to chart, any of the chart. So I'll take this chart. So I'll just decrease it so that you can easily see it. So quantity wise, we are getting. So here we can just take the call outs or we get the data labels basically. So that would be easier. So I don't want it. I'll delete it. And also this one is not required because we are getting the exact numbers. Yeah. So this is my data. Like this is my visualization of the data. So we have got apple that is 10 in numbers. Banana that is quantity it has sold as 7. For banana we are getting the quantity sold as 5. Apple it is 3. Mango it is 6. Right? So this is how we can visualize the data. So here we have done it in Excel, but in we will be seeing it everything in case of how we can visualize the data, how we can see the data in case of Python, like how we can do all of the process using coding in Python. That we will be looking at. Okay. So this is all about the details that we have discussed. Now we will be going down in details about the data cleaning. What is data cleaning and some of the terminologies that we will be seeing that would be required in case of data wrangling process. Okay. First is data cleaning, right? So suppose this is my data, that is my raw data. So let me just zoom it. Yes. Yeah. So this is my raw data. So what is exactly data cleaning? So data cleaning is similar to like what we have discussed. So data cleaning means like fixing the dirty, wrong, or confusing data so it becomes neat and useful. Okay. So this is data cleaning. Now we think it of like that, like when you come home after from college, right? So your clothes that you have got, like suppose you have come down, you have went out in the morning and come down in the evening. So your clothes are dirty because of your sweat, the dust that had it has taken, and your shoes. Like suppose it is a rainy weather, in that case your shoes are muddy. That is all about, right? So before you eat anything, you just wash yourself, clean yourself, and dry yourself. Then you go down to have your food or dinner, maybe, right? So that is cleaning. This is cleaning. So you are what for cleaning? What you are doing? So data cleaning is washing the dirty data and make it better. So that is actually data cleaning. Now, this is a simple example. So, we have different items like burger, pizza, sandwich. We have the quantity, again, the price. So, why data cleaning is required, right? So, if the data is dirty, again, my system won't be understanding and would get confused, and I won't be able to perform the task accordingly. So, my calculations would get wrong, my decision would be bad, so I need to take it accordingly. So data cleaning is basically fixing the errors or fixing the problem. So let's find out the problem in this data. So we have the empty prices, just like the previous one. We have the empty prices and the quantity written in words. We have some items like written differently. We have the empty quantities. We have the price written in text, all of it, right? So we need to first check it accordingly. So we need to first fix the missing data, like the same way we have done, the similar way we have to do it here, right? So for burger, we can see the price is not there. So what would be the solution? We can fill the price or remove the row entirely, right? So how we can fill the price, right? So here we can see that like burger, that is 5 in quantity. We can just suppose the burger price, and based on that we can fill it. Or we already have this burger whose price is 30 we have got, because here we have pizza and pizza. There the issue with the name, but we can see the prices are, sorry guys, the prices are same, so we can definitely put 30 over here, because it will match that, right? So let's put 30 over here, right? Again, we need to fix this as well, because we need to fix the wrong word, so we have to fix it accordingly. So accordingly we are getting burger, so it will be changed to B capital, so that it's taking accordingly. Same going down for pizza. P would be capital, else it will be taken accordingly. Next, 3 is there, that we will be replacing with a numeric 3, so that it is accordingly taken. Now we can just get that about sandwich, we are getting the values here, there is no value. So we'll just go here, we'll go down to sort, we'll go down to largest to smallest. So we will take it like that. Okay, fine, no worries. So we want to just take it accordingly. And what we will be doing here, we will be calculating the average. And we want to take the average of all, and we'll close it and we'll hit enter. So we have got the average value as this. So we'll just, 4 would be my average. So okay. So I'll just copy it and I'll paste it. Right? So we'll get the values accordingly sorted. So let's just come here, go down to sort, Z to A. So this is coming like this because we have taken this. No worries, but we can just replace it with 4 because 4 was our average. So we can do it like this. So we will be taking it this way. Okay. So we have got the raw values done in this way. Also, we have got, like if suppose we have got any of the duplicates that we can check. Suppose this value is control C, this value is quite same. So we will be just removing accordingly. First, we need to validate it. If this pizza, like this is an entry that we have got, that pizza again, it has got two quantities and it has got the price 50 like this. It has got, or we have to just, if this items are unique, then we need to check it accordingly and accordingly need to delete it. Because here you can see pizza, two quantity price is 50, pizza, two quantity price is 50. So we'll just go ahead and delete it, right? So we will be just putting it like that. So this is all about data, like the cleaning the data basically, right? Now suppose here we have the missing values. So let's just increase it. Yes. So we have the missing value. So missing value means the empty box in the data where there is no information that is given. So here you can see that is there is no information that is given. Here also you can see there is no information that is given, right? Now what we are doing, so why are missing values a problem in this case? Because the data has the missing values which we cannot add into totals, right? And my system will get confused and I'll get the wrong answer, and also the charts will look broken, right? That is the reason this missing values are problems. So we need to check it accordingly and accordingly make it. Okay. So why do missing values we are getting in this case? Because maybe because this data has been written in hand or and entered manually, right? So in that case, if this data is entered manually, someone might get forgotten. Also, the data may get lost or data may be unknown. That's why it has been kept kept as empty like that. So how we need to handle it, right? Suppose we have got burger, the quantity and the price is not there, right? So either what action I can take, I can delete the row, right? So in that case, what will be happen? So my price, this row would be deleted, and if in that case the data would be that important because we have got burger, the quantity, but the price is not there. So without price, how we will be taking it? So we can delete this column accordingly. Sorry, delete this row accordingly, right? Next option, what we can do, we can fill it with any of the value, right? So we can fill with any of the value. So what value we can fill it? So we can't use any of the random value, right? So we can fill it with the average or the mean value. So that is the easiest calculation we get. So we can just fill it with any of the average value, that is the mean value, or in that case, if we are getting any of the median value also, we can fill it with the median value. Okay. Now coming down, so this is the, as you know, how to calculate the mean. So here, suppose, uh, just for a reference, I'm saying 50 and 30 we are having. So we are getting 80. 80 divided by like all of them, what would be. So after dividing it, all of the things will get a value. So we will be just taking the average accordingly, and will just put this average value over here in case of price. Okay. Now, we will be having some of the common values also in case of names. Suppose this we have talked about the we have talked about the the numerical column. Suppose this numerical column or the pizza prices are 40, then 50, and then 60, right? So we have got this prices. Now what we will be doing, since this pizza, this price of burger is not there, what we will be doing. So we have got like, just for a reference, not pizza, let's take it burger. So suppose my data set is way too big and this is the section where I am getting the missing value. That's why I have taken it. So I have got the prices of burger as well in my entire data. So I have got this values accordingly. So different prices of burger based on it. So I'll just take the average of it. So 40 plus 50 plus 60 divided by 3. So that will actually give us 50, right? So it will give us 50. So this value, this is my actually average. This value I'll be putting down in price. Okay. Next, I have to suppose fill any of the categorical values, right? Any of the categorical values. So suppose burger, pizza, sandwich I have. Suppose for this item I have, like suppose I have the item, and the items are like suppose cash. Next, I have suppose cash. Next, I have online. Like this, I have the value of item maybe, right? And here you can see cash is coming twice and online is coming once. So there is another field of item that is empty. So I will be trying to fill it with cash only. So because cash is most common, so filling it with cash, this is actually called the mode operation. So for working with the categorical columns, like where we have the not the numerical value, but the textual value, where we fix the fill the missing value with the mode value of it. And in case of numerical value, we use the median or mean value based on the problem. Okay. Coming down to the missing value of the data. So this is all about this we have discussed all about. So here the price can be filled up using the either the mean or the median value. Also about the quantity, we can try to fill it up using the mean or the median value. Okay. So this is how we can handle the missing values that we are getting. So now coming down to outliers. So what are outliers basically that we need to discuss? So outliers are basically like outliers are the value that are very different from the rest of the data, right? So here you can see the outliers. So I have the student and the height of the students. So different name of the students are being given here. So it has Rahul, Anu, Riya, Aman actually, Aman, the name of the student, and we have got the heights, their different heights. So majority of the height laid around 130 to like the maximum we are getting is around 132, right? So 128 is the minimum and 132 is the maximum, right? Among this value, we got a value of giant, like the student name we have kept as giant, and the height we are getting as 250, right? That is unusual. Like this data is not actually checking accordingly, like not taking accordingly. The height is too, too tall actually, right? That is not coming with the usual data, right? So the in that case, what we will be doing, that will be treated as outlier. So we'll call this value that is 250, that is an outlier. So what we can do from here? So we need to check accordingly and accordingly need to find. So here you can say accordingly the items and the quantity sold. So we have got different items and the quantity of items at around 5, 6, 4, 5 for juice. The quantity is around 100, right? So this is considered as an outlier, right? So why outliers are again a problem in this? Because we will make the average value will come up as wrong, right? So let's take the average of this value. So we'll take the average and we want to take the average of this and we'll close the bracket and we'll see we have got the average value from here to here. The value is 3, 5. Now, if I want to take the average of entire all of these values like this, I am getting the value as 25. So there is way more difference between the value like the average of this and the impact of this number is way too much, right? So if that is an outlier, so it will make the average value wrong, right? So it will make the system get confused and the decision that we will be taking that will be directly affecting, right? So that is the reason we need to remove them. First, we need to validate them and then we need to remove them. So now how, in what way we can see it? Just by seeing the data, we can figure it out. Like either we can figure it out, like since this data is small enough, we can understand that this is my outlier. But when the data would be long, then in that case, we need to find out some of the outlier detecting. We need to rely on some of the outlier detecting technology, like methods basically, that by which we can identify what are the issues, what are the outliers basically, and based on that, we need to treat it, right? So we'll see that one by one. So before this, first we need to look at the data. We need to find out what is the maximum value, what is the minimum value in this range. So in this range, if we are getting 6 is the maximum, 4 is the minimum, right? Now we need to use a simple idea that like anything that is coming inside the box is considered safe. Anything that is coming from the lower to upper range, like that is coming down above the lower or upper range, that we will be considering as outlier. Okay, so that are the things that we need to take into consideration. So this is all about outliers, about how we need to feel it and remove it, that we will be seeing accordingly. Okay, so I'll discuss it as well. Don't worry on that. We'll discuss it. Before that, we need to understand about scaling, feature scaling basically. So feature scaling actually means making the numbers the same size so that they can be compared properly, right? So suppose imagine you are comparing the weight of an elephant and weight of an ant. So the weight of the elephant might be around like 500 kg or 500 kg maybe. And the weight of the ant would be around zero point 0.1 kg, right? So if we are comparing directly, in that case, of course, the elephant will win based on the criteria that its weight is way too much, right? So we need to scale it and then compare it fairly. So scaling feature is like resizing number to a similar range. Okay. Here you can see here we have got this value for like this other value. So we have got the toys as car with the price. So price is around 500, doll price is around 300, train price is around 1000. But the pieces of sold of card that is 10, 8 and 15, right? So we need to do some of the feature scaling. So after doing the feature scaling, okay, control C, control V. So after doing the feature scaling, my value might be in this range of around zero point 0.4. Next, we have 0.2. Next here, we have suppose 1. And for here, suppose we have the value as 0.5. So here we have the value as zero point 0.3. And here we have the value as 1. Like this. Okay. So now it's easier to scale, like we are resizing each of this value, like each of this value in the value range between 0 to 1. Okay. Now new columns that we are getting that are way too much similar in case of comparison. So like there can be a valid comparison over them so that we can get it accordingly. Okay, so how does this feature scaling work, right? So far, like we have a big image, right? That is converted into the same image but converted into the smaller size, right? Again, the smaller size, like this same big image is converted into smaller size, and the smaller image contains all of these properties that this big image contains. So we are actually stretching or shrinking, like you can think about stretching or shrinking the numbers accordingly to get it in a like proper range. So this is the scaling. Now coming down to the type of feature scaling, we have mean max scaling, we have standard scaling. Two types of scaling we are having. So let's discuss one by one. Okay, let's just increase it a bit. So we have mean max scaling. So mean max scaling is basically to make the value between 0 and 1. Suppose in that case we have the numbers as 10, 20 and 30, right? So now the smallest, what is the smallest value up here? So minimum value is of course 10 and the maximum value we are getting that is around 30, right? So here we will be doing value, any of this value that I am taking minus minimum divided by maximum by minimum. Okay. So suppose I have 20, right? So 20 I will be dividing by the minimum value, 20 minus 10 I'll be doing, and I'll be dividing by minimum plus maximum by minimum, that is 30 minus 10. Okay, so here 20 minus 10 that is 10 divided by 30 minus 10 that is 2.20 basically. So the result that I'll be getting that is 0.5, right? So this is 20. Now coming down for 10, 10 would be 10 minus 10. That's why my result would be 0 for 10. For 10, my result would be 0. Now coming down for 30. So 30 minus 30 it will be coming down like here, it will be doing 30. This is same, of course. Here we will be getting, here we'll be getting 30 minus 10. That is 30 minus 10, 20, 20 by divided by 20. So we are getting here as 1, right? So this is how my value will be changed to. So if my value is 10, next we have 20, next we have 30. After doing the feature scaling, my value, this value will be changed to 0, 0.5 and 1. Okay. So everything fits inside the range of 0 to 1. So this is about mean max scaling. Now coming down about standard scaling. Standard scaling, that is Z score. So that actually makes the number around 0. Okay. So smaller number, that is negative, bigger number, that is positive. Okay. That is coming down, like it actually makes the number that we are getting around the zero value, like inside the zero value, like that we are getting. So suppose the average height is 150, and now suppose there is a child that name is Rahul, his height is 150, so that is above the average, right? So we will take it into the positive number, that is the bigger one. And suppose there is another girl, her average height is her height is around 140. That is below the average height. So we'll take it down in the negative value. Okay, so that is about the standard scaling that we have done. Now, when we do, like, when do we use this feature scaling more often? Okay, so the numbers have this different units. Suppose one is in kg, one is in suppose maybe decimeter or centimeter. In that case, when we have to use this machine learning algorithm, then we use this. When we have to use any of the distance as in the models of KN and SBM, then we use this feature scaling because they make the work easier, right? So this is what about the feature scaling. So feature scaling is basically about resizing the stuff accordingly. Like it's like the same thing, like in real life, if you have to say, so like about like resizing the shoes, and in case of the feature scaling, what we are doing, the resizing the number, okay, and we are putting the number in the same number range so that it is accordingly taken, and we have get the fear learning opportunity over it, right? So that is about the feature scaling. Now coming down to encoding part. Encoding, what is encoding? Encoding means changing the word into text. Okay, encoding means changing the words, that is the text, into numbers so that my system can understand them accordingly. Okay, so that is the reason that we need to take it. So computers are like the systems, right? So they only understand the numbers, but the words they don't understand. So we need to convert it accordingly. So here you can see about different items and the modes, but we have three different items, right? We have burger, pizza, sandwich, we have cash, online, like that, right? So when we are changing it with numbers, so when it will be coming, we will be getting it with numbers. So this number, burger will be changed to 1, pizza to 2, and sandwich to 3. Now here in about cash, we are getting 1, and online is changed to 2. And then if we are getting cash again, it will be taking as 1. Okay. So suppose the letters and the code, if we are taking as, if it is suppose A, then coming down to B, then coming down to C, in that case, we are getting around, like suppose it will be encoded to 1, coming down to 2, coming down to 3. Okay, so we have different way of encoding it. So we have different labels. Based on that, we are doing the encoding. Okay. So if these values are this like that, it is easily understandable. Like let's take it like that. Let's copy it around here. Okay. So now suppose burger, pizza and sandwich, we have the payment mode as cash, online and cash. Now let's change it to 0, 1 and 0. So what this means? 0 means cash, and when we will be getting 1 here, that will be meaning online. Okay. So this is how we have segregated it and we have used it accordingly. Right? Now coming down to label encoding. So label encoding is like we want to give each of the numbers accordingly. So we have the fruit and we have the code specifically. Specifically. So the numbers came as 1, 2, 3. So 1 means apple, 2 means banana, and 3 means mango. Okay. So all about the label encoding. Now we need to understand about one hot encoding. What is one hot encoding? So one hot encoding is like before it is like apple, banana, and mango. Like after one hot encoding, like let's take it like this. Just a moment. Now here the values will come up at around 1, 0, 0 like this. So for apple, we are getting 1, 1, 0, 0. Like this. Then suppose for this we are getting 0, 1, 0, and here suppose we are getting 0, 0, 1. Right? So 1 is yes and 2 like 0 is no. So in that case it is very safe. There is no confusion at all on this part. So apple we have in this case yes for suppose instances like we can take the instances as uh, 1, 2, and 3. Three instances we are taking. So for instance 1, apple is available, but in that case, banana and mango is not available. In instance 2, banana is available, apple and mango is not available. For instance 3, we have got no apple, no banana, but mango is available. Okay. So this is all about the encoding. Okay. Hopefully, this all are clear to all of you because these are the part that we need to check one by one accordingly. Because tomorrow when we will be tomorrow means the next session actually. In the next session when we will be seeing this, we will be seeing this in Python so that these things we can take it accordingly and we can understand each of this in a bit more details. Okay, because we need to understand each of the things in detail. So we use different libraries that we have learned of, and accordingly we'll do this stuff accordingly. Okay. So thank you guys for connecting today. All about this is all about today's session. We'll connect in the next session accordingly, and we'll see how we whatever we have learned in today's session, how we can incorporate and use in the coding. Okay, so that it become more easier for us to take it forward. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you. Bye. Good night.